Meringues, airy and delicate, are a delight to behold. These light, fluffy confections are not only visually appealing but also a treat for the taste buds and devour. Their crisp exterior gives way to a melt-in-your-mouth sweetness, creating a delightful contrast that is simply irresistible, making them a perfect treat for any occasion. Whether it's a festive celebration, a casual get-together, or a quiet evening at home, meringues add a touch of elegance and joy. With just a few simple ingredients, you can create these ethereal confections in your own kitchen. All you need are egg whites, sugar, and a pinch of cream of tartar to get started. Whether you enjoy them as crisp cookies, elegant decorations, or even as a topping for other desserts, meringues are incredibly versatile. Or the base for a decadent dessert like a pavlova. Mastering the art of meringue making is a rewarding culinary endeavor that opens up a world of possibilities. Mastering the art of meringue making is a rewarding culinary endeavor. The process of whipping the egg whites to perfection and carefully folding in the sugar is both an art and a science. This guide will lead you through each step, ensuring your meringues are nothing short of perfect. From the initial preparation to the final bake, every step is crucial. From choosing the freshest eggs, which are essential for achieving the best results, to achieving those coveted stiff peaks where the mixture holds its shape firmly, every detail matters in creating these cloud-like treats. So, gather your ingredients, prepare your equipment, and make sure everything is in place before you start. And let's embark on this sweet journey together. The joy of making meringues is not just in the final product, but in the process itself. Get ready to impress yourself and your loved ones with the simple elegance of homemade meringues. The smiles and compliments you'll receive will make all your efforts worthwhile. The beauty of meringues lies in their simplicity. With just a handful of ingredients, you can create these magical treats. First, choose large, fresh eggs. The whites will be your building blocks, whipping into a stable foam that holds the meringue's shape. Next, ensure you have fine granulated sugar on hand. The sugar not only sweetens the meringues, but also plays a crucial role in their texture, dissolving into the egg whites to create a smooth and glossy mixture. Lastly, a pinch of cream of tartar acts as our secret weapon. This acidic ingredient stabilizes the egg whites, ensuring your meringues hold their shape and achieve those coveted stiff peaks. With these three simple ingredients, you're well on your way to meringue mastery. Before diving into the whisking and folding, take a moment to prepare your equipment. Any trace of grease can hinder the egg whites from reaching their full volume. Start by thoroughly washing your mixing bowl and whisk attachment with warm, soapy water. Rinse them well and dry them thoroughly with a clean kitchen towel. For an extra measure of cleanliness, wipe the inside of the bowl and the whisk attachment with a little white vinegar or lemon juice on a paper towel. This will remove any lingering traces of grease. Now, with your equipment sparkling clean, you're ready to begin the magical transformation of egg whites into airy meringues. Separating eggs, a seemingly simple task, can be a bit tricky if you want to achieve perfect results. It can make or break your meringue dreams. Even a tiny speck of yolk can prevent the whites from whipping into stiff peaks, which is crucial for many recipes. The key is to work with cold eggs, as the yolks are less likely to break when they are chilled. This makes the separation process much easier and cleaner. Crack each egg gently on a flat surface, like your countertop, rather than the edge of the bowl. This helps to avoid any shell fragments from getting into the egg. Over a smaller bowl, carefully transfer the yolk back and forth between the two halves of the cracked eggshell, letting the white drop into the bowl below. This method ensures that the yolk remains intact and the white is clean. Once the white is fully separated, transfer the yolk to another bowl for later use in another recipe. Yolks can be used in a variety of dishes, from custards to sauces. Repeat with the remaining eggs, ensuring each white is free from any trace of yolk. This step is crucial for achieving the perfect texture in your final dish. Now you're ready to whip those pristine whites into a cloud of sweetness. Whether you're making meringues, soufflés, or any other delicate dessert, these perfectly separated egg whites will ensure your success. Section 5, Whisking to Glory, from liquid to clouds. With your egg whites prepped and ready, it's time to introduce them to your trusty whisk. Begin by whisking the whites on a low speed until they become frothy and opaque. This initial step helps to break down the proteins in the egg whites, preparing them for the next stage of whipping. Gradually increase the speed to medium, noticing how the whites begin to transform. As you whisk, the whites will increase in volume, becoming lighter and airier with each passing minute. Continue whisking until soft peaks begin to form. You'll know you're at the soft peak stage when you lift the whisk and the whites form peaks that gently curl over at the tip. Section 6. The gradual sugar dance sweetness in stages. Now that your egg whites have reached the soft peak stage, it's time to introduce the sugar. But hold on, don't add it all at once. This step is crucial for achieving the perfect meringue. The key to achieving a smooth and glossy meringue is to add the sugar gradually, allowing it to dissolve completely into the egg whites. With the mixer still running on medium speed, begin adding the sugar 1 tablespoon at a time. This slow addition helps the sugar to blend seamlessly. Pause for a few seconds between each addition, giving the sugar a chance to incorporate fully. This patience will pay off in the end. This gradual addition ensures that the sugar crystals dissolve completely, preventing a grainy texture in your final meringues. A smooth texture is essential for the perfect meringue. As you continue whisking and adding sugar, you'll notice the mixture becoming increasingly glossy and holding its shape even more firmly. The transformation is almost magical. The end result should be a beautiful, glossy meringue that holds stiff peaks. This is the hallmark of a well-made meringue, ready to be baked into delicious treats. Remember, patience and precision are key. Enjoy the process and the sweet rewards that follow. Section 7. Recognizing stiff peaks, the sign of success. The moment of truth has arrived, achieving those coveted stiff peaks. This stage is crucial for creating meringues that hold their shape and bake up beautifully. Continue whisking the meringue on medium-high speed, carefully observing the transformation taking place. As you lift the whisk, the peaks should stand straight up, forming sharp points that don't curl or droop. The mixture should be thick, glossy, and intensely white. To test for doneness, rub a small amount of meringue between your thumb and forefinger. You should feel no graininess from the sugar, indicating it has fully dissolved. Once you've achieved stiff, glossy peaks, your meringue is ready to be shaped and baked. Section 8. Shaping your meringues from kisses to nests. Now comes the fun part, shaping your meringues. You can create a variety of shapes, from simple mounds to elegant swirls. For classic meringue kisses, fit a piping bag with a large star tip. Fill the bag with the meringue, then pipe small mounds onto a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. For larger meringues, use a spoon to create dollops of the mixture on the baking sheet. To make meringue nests, create a circle with the meringue, then use the back of a spoon to create a shallow well in the center. Get creative and experiment with different shapes and sizes, letting your imagination run wild. Remember to leave some space between each meringue to allow for spreading during baking. Section 9. Baking and cooling patience for a crisp delight. With your meringues beautifully shaped, it's time to bake them to crisp perfection. Preheat your oven to a low temperature, around 100 degrees Celsius or 200 degrees Fahrenheit. The low and slow baking process ensures that the meringues dry out completely, resulting in a crisp exterior and a slightly chewy center. Bake the meringues for 1 to 2 hours, depending on their size. Larger meringues will require a longer baking time. To check for doneness, gently tap the bottom of a meringue. It should sound hollow. Once baked, turn off the oven and let the meringues cool completely inside the oven with the door slightly ajar. This gradual cooling prevents cracking and ensures a perfectly crisp texture. Section 10. Troubleshooting tips, avoiding common pitfalls. Even with the best intentions, meringue making can sometimes throw a curveball. But don't worry, here are some common pitfalls and how to avoid them. If your meringues turn out sticky or weepy, it could be due to humidity or undissolved sugar. Ensure your sugar is fully incorporated and bake the meringues on a dry day. If your meringues brown too quickly, lower the oven temperature slightly. If they crack during baking, it could be due to too high a temperature or over whipping. Remember, practice makes perfect. Don't be discouraged if your first attempt doesn't yield picture-perfect results. With each batch, you'll gain confidence and finesse in creating these delicate treats. Section 11. Serving your masterpiece. A symphony of sweetness. Your meringues, crisp and ethereal, are now ready to be enjoyed. Serve them as a light and elegant dessert, or use them to add a touch of sweetness to your favorite treats. Pile them high on a platter for a simple yet impressive treat. Top them with fresh berries and whipped cream for a decadent dessert. Crush them into shards and sprinkle over ice cream or pudding for added texture and sweetness. The possibilities are endless. Meringues, with their delicate sweetness and versatility, are sure to become a beloved staple in your baking repertoire.